All right. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a nice, deep breath. And we are going to visualize with joyful expectancy. So I want you to picture yourself arriving at the center at 10:45, because we're going to start at 11. So you're going to arrive. See, Sasha's already excited about it. We're going to arrive at 10:45. And you come through the doors, and there is Frank with a big smile on his face. And there's Stu with a big smile on his face. And they say, welcome. Come on in. We're so glad you're here. No, don't go to the sanctuary. No, we're not going that direction. We're going over here to Johnson Hall. Come on in to Johnson Hall. And so you begin to move toward Johnson Hall. And you walk in through the doors of Johnson Hall. And there, underneath the stained glass, the band is there. All the music instruments, the microphones and everything is all over there. Right there, just to the left of the band, you see the acrylic podium. And you see behind the acrylic podium one of these blue banners that we have in the sanctuary that says, "Together we rise." And as you look around the sanctuary, you see, or as you look around Johnson Hall, as you look around the room, you see all the banners that once hung in the sanctuary. You see them all around the room. You see the white curtains draping, and you see the twinkle lights above your head. Along the back wall there with all the draping, you see colored images, or you see colors illuminating the curtains behind you. And in front of you, there's all these beautiful tables set out, round tables, draped in teal, with chairs, 6 chairs at each table, covered in white chair covers. So the room looks elegant and rich and vibrant. And to your right, as you look to your right, as you walk through the door and you look to your right, wow, there's coffee there, there's pastries, there's apples. And right there too, there's 4 high-top tables covered in black tablecloths. You see a few people standing around those tables, drinking a coffee, having an apple or a banana. Perhaps they're having a donut. You come in and you tell everybody good morning as they say hi to you. And you go and you find a table near the front, near the stained glass or along that draped wall. You find this table and you sit down, you put your things down, you greet a couple other people at the table. Then you go back and you grab some coffee, grab a snack, and come back and sit at the table with your friends there at the table. And you notice that there's a TV screen along the front wall. And lo and behold, there's your friends online on Zoom. You can see all of them. You can see Debbie, Lynn, and Maria, and Reverend Zena, and Carmita, and Karen, and Keith, Marty, and Vicky. You see them all there on the screen. And the folks at home online are seeing this new room. They're seeing the tables. They're seeing the interaction as well. And then just 5 minutes before we start, at 10:55, the band kicks in, and you start hearing this wonderful overture. And the video starts rolling of some announcements. and there's this joyful expectancy, and people are grabbing their last-minute coffees for a moment, and they're grabbing their last-minute snacks, and they're moving from those standing tables, and they're filling in the tables, and the room is full. The tables are full, each table with 6 people at it, sitting in a circle. How fun it is to share with one another a conversation starter, like if you could only wear 2 colors or 1 color for the rest of your life, would you wear orange or would you wear hot pink? Just as a conversation starter to get to know your table mates. And then right at the top of the hour, there's Rev Jeff. Except it's not Rev Jeff. There's Sanja Prince. There's ministerial intern Sanja Prince, steps up to the mic, steps up to the podium and says, "Welcome to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to the morning table. Welcome to the morning table at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to the new year. Welcome to January 7th, 2024. Welcome to our next new expression as a beloved community. I am so happy you are here. Let us sing together." And the music picks up and we all sing a joyful song together. Maybe there's some dancing, maybe there's some grooving. And then the practitioner steps up to the podium and the practitioner says, "Welcome," and offers a welcoming, and we do a joint candle lighting service where every table lights a candle. And the practitioner does an invocation, a morning prayer. Welcome, a prayer of welcome. There's a moment of centering with the band. And then Rev Jeff takes this platform. Rev Jeff steps up, and Rev Jeff does a 15-minute lesson, a 15-minute talk that is powerful and meaningful for that day, that has enriching ideas, that is thought-provoking, that is exciting, that talks about spiritual principle and practices. And then he says, "All right, we're going to go to table." And there, sitting at your table, there are some questions. There are 3 questions about the talk, about the ideas that were presented so far this morning. And for the next 20 to 25 minutes, you are in active conversation with your friends, your family, your beloveds, sitting at the table, having a grand time, getting to know each other, engaging with one another, having deep conversations about the practical application of the idea of the day. And there's laughter, and there's joy, and there is excitement, and maybe somebody gets up and gets another cup of coffee, and the table, the conversation keeps happening, and they're online on Zoom. Then our Zoom folks are also in tables, the Zoom tables, having this rich conversation. And then when time is called, just before time is called, you go around the room, you go around the table and ask each other, "What would you like us to know for you this week? What would you like to hold in? What would you like us to hold in prayer for you? What would you like us to hold in consciousness for you this week?" And you share that, and you receive the love and support from your community there at the table. This small table has become your prayer pod for the week, knowing that these other 5 people are lifting you high in love and lifting you high in consciousness for the entire week. And we come back, and Rev Jeff goes, "Okay, how about this table over here? What did you talk about?" And one person just briefly shares what they talked about. And we go to this other side of the room, and over here, this table here, "What did you all talk about?" And somebody responds. And online, table one, what did you all talk about? So we hear and we experience the conversation, the deepening, the growth that we are doing together as a community together. And there's such love. There's such presence. There's such connection. There's such vibrancy and vitality that we then sing another song because, yeah, we are moved to sing another song. And we contribute. Right there in the center of the table, there is a glass vessel that allows us to contribute, or we can contribute online like we have been. But there's a glass vessel. And then at each table, we bless the contribution. And then we move on to a time of prayer and one final song, a joyful song, making a joyful noise. And we release the time together. If we choose to, after the morning table experience is complete, we can still sit at the tables, or we can move tables, and we can talk with friends, and we can have more snacks, we can have more coffee, and we can be in connection and community with one another for an extended period of time, just like we have been doing with fellowship afterward. We have another opportunity, the opportunity to then talk about, okay, so how are the grandkids, right? When do you go on your trip again? Oh, it's so good to see you back. And we're sitting in this beautiful space of connection, this beautiful space of love, this beautiful space of engagement and vibrancy. And the room is just overflowing with this joyous energy that is our community. When we say love lives here, love lives here. And so I invite you to take another deep breath and return to this room, this time, this space, as you have visualized our next expression, as you have visualized our morning table.